Hello, friends and knife nerds. Let's take a closer look at the Tuckamore from Kansept Knives. This knife is art, in my opinion. Jonathan Stiles is such a good designer. This knife, knives speak to you. This knife speaks to me. The whole aesthetic there are different colors, different models, different textures and types of materials this thing is made from, but this knife altogether is awesome, and especially this version is what speaks to me the most. And that's what you got to get. What speaks to you? Titanium scales. I love the work here and the shape of the scales. The access to the blade hole is awesome. So titanium scales with black shred carbon fiber inlay. We got black hardware, black standoffs, black pivot, and a blue pivot ring here. So, like I said, blade hole. That is our form of deployment. I love it. Just a blade hole. Beautiful, beautiful action. Super snappy. Falls really nicely shut. Just, an amazing design in my opinion. The blade geometry here is excellent. 3.5 inches of CPM 20 CV steel. Let's double check that because that's what we do. We double check, and 3.5 is right on point. 3.5 inches of CPM 20 CV in this beautiful sheep's foot or Wharncliffe, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of a mix, but I would lean a little more towards sheep's foot because I don't think this is going to be a very good piercer. And man, that satin finish just looks excellent. The X right on top there just looks cool. And Jonathan Stiles symbol right here. This knife just looks awesome. It's a tiny little step with a blade hole that they rested their symbols in, and I like it. Overall, we are looking at, what is that? 8.15-ish inches, maybe. Yeah, 8.15 inches is what I would call that. That is a nice full-sized EDC knife. The look is what does it for me. The geometry and the materials finish off the yes please. This thing is so cool. I love a sheep's foot, a Wharncliffe. They're just such great blade shapes for EDC use. That straight edge is so good for controlled cuts. And Kansept, they have been keeping up with Kaiser as far as I'm concerned with knocking it out of the park. Their blades, they have narrowed in, and they are just hammering out awesome knives. And I am just happy to get my hands on them. This thing is really, really cool. Let's get a quick weight on the Tuckamore. What do we have here? 3.58 ounces. So that is nice and lightweight. This pocket clip is really cool too. I would love a zircon pocket clip on this thing. I think that would look sick. But this almost looks like one, even though it's not. It's titanium with Kansept's lightning pattern, but it looks nice. Jonathan Stiles does that. He does these little accents with the pocket clip. Just these cool things that pop out, or different colored hardware, or pivot ring. But this version is left to look classic with some real quick touches of pop, if you want to call it. Just, that is subtle but awesome. I love this model. I love this entire design. And the usefulness of this sheep's foot is just huge. Okay, so let's make a couple quick comparisons here. This is another Jonathan Stiles design, so I want you guys to have a look at. Compare, see some of his other work that I really like. The Mistaken. And then we have another one of my favorite concepts. Knife I love. The Knifenerd. Pivot to pivot. Let's put them all there. And, that's just a beautiful set of 3 knives. I'm going to be doing giveaways in the reasonably near future, and I can't wait to get involved with giving some of these knives out that I have on hold to you guys. So anyway, I hope that this gives you a better idea of some of the work that Kansept has really been nailing lately. They are just on fire, if you ask me. They are killing it. So that is a closer look at the Tuckamore. I would be really curious to know what you, my friends out there, and knife nerds, think about this. So I'll talk to you guys later.